Good evening. Welcome in daily UPSC editorial audio program. Details awaited. The Times of India. More storage beast than Li-ion. The Economic Times. Now the full editorial. Details awaited. The Times of India. Personal data protection bill this time does well to emphasize purpose limitation, but subsequent rules are the key. The Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2023 was introduced in Lok Sabha study way back in December 2019. Government of India introduced its first iteration. It was followed by more changes following a parliamentary committee study of it and Government of India's fine tuning. The current version is sharper and fighting places and fittingly places a greater emphasis on the principle of purpose limitations when personal data is collected for processing. It has other positive features such as the resource to mediation in the event of a dispute. Government of India independently introduced a mediation bill this week. That said, it is hard to reach a firm conclusion on the personal data protection bill. It is because essential operative parts will follow in the subordinate legislation or rules that Government of India will later draft. For example, the manner in which an entity collecting data seeks consent or informs a victim of personal data breach has been left to the rules. Therefore, the rules will determine the efficacy of the legislation. On on broad principles, there are three standout features. Purpose limitation prevents misuse of data. The bill acknowledges that people often unwittingly consent to part with more personal data than required. For example, a food delivery app may, in its fine print, also seek the phone contact list. The bill clearly spells out that even if consent is unwillingly given, purpose limitation will apply. In this example, the phone contact list will be out of bound for the app. People also have the right to have data erased. The data bill creates a new class of licensed intermediaries called consent managers who may be used by people as single point of contact to assist in the legal aspect of the consent. The rules will need to clearly define exemptions from the checks imposed by the data protection law. For instance, Government of India has a blanket exemptions to uphold sovereignty and public order. These exemptions need to be narrowly tailored as governments and are among the largest collect, collectors and processors of personal data. Privacy of a fundamental right. Parliament needs to debate this thoroughly. However, its passage shouldn't be delayed as India's digital transformation has already generated a huge amount of personal data. It is not protected adequately in the absence of standalone legislation. The technological landscape is rapidly evolving. Therefore, the quality of the regulator that the bill empowers and also rule-making will influence the efficacy of India's personal data protection law. More battery storage beach than Li-ion. The Economic Times. Niti Aayog's recommendations to boost the availability of critical minerals used in lithium-ion Li-ion battery is welcome. Surge in demand to meet the need of decarbonization, particularly in the transportation sector, and for the integration of RE in the energy system is expected. The focus on incentivizing the creation of an ecosystem for refining, recycling, and reusing critical mineral is essential if India wants to become a major player in the Li-ion battery value chain. The global annual demand for Li-ion battery is expected to grow from 730 gigawatt to 5,100 gigawatt by 2030. This five-fold increase is driven by decarbonization of mobility and energy systems, but also by existing uses of lithium batteries, such as in mobile phones, securing predictable supply chains and the environmental integrity of decarbonization is essential. Here, Niti Aayog has proposed several measures, including royalties, tax benefits, and PLI schemes to support the processing and refining of critical minerals. In building up India's recycling and reuse capacity, Government of India must implement robust regulatory frameworks to ensure the bid to emerge as a global refining and recycling hub is done in an efficient and safe manner. This effort must be accompanied by measures to formalize the recycling, upcycling, and reuse of e-waste. A formal life cycle approach to e-waste will not only help with access to materials but also improve to sectors safety, health, and job potential, mainly in the formal sector. Care must be taken to ensure incentives do not result in for losing other options, including uh, vana- vanadium, sodium-based batteries. A broader approach is critical to ensure a competitive edge in the storage segment. Thank you.